Despite India's repeated diplomatic efforts to stabilize ties with China, the Chinese government continues to pursue a confrontational posture along the line of actual control. China has constructed 36 hardened aircraft shelters at its Lhunze Airbase, located just 100 kilometers from Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. This development is part of a broader pattern of military infrastructure upgrades along the line of actual control, and its proximity to the Indian border makes it particularly significant. Lhunze's location places it within striking distance of key Indian positions in the eastern sector, including Tawang, which has long been a sensitive area in India-China relations. The airbase sits in terrain that allows rapid deployment across the mountainous frontier, giving the People's Liberation Army Air Force a tactical advantage in terms of reach and response time. The hardened shelters themselves are designed to protect aircraft from aerial attacks, including precision strikes and missile barrages. Their construction suggests that China intends to base high-value platforms at Lhunze, likely a mix of multi-role fighters such as the J-10C and J-11B, possibly supported by electronic warfare aircraft and drones. These platforms are capable of operating in high-altitude conditions and are equipped with modern radar and missile systems. The presence of such assets so close to the border changes the air dynamics in the region, especially in a sector where the Indian Air Force has traditionally held an edge due to its forward bases and operational experience in mountainous terrain. But the expansion at Lhunze is not an isolated move. It is part of a larger pattern of China's upgrades across 6 major airbases in the Himalayan belt. These include infrastructure improvements at Shigatse, Hoping, and Kashgar, among others. Runways are being extended, fuel and ammunition storage is being scaled up, and command and control systems are being modernized. The cumulative effect of these upgrades is a more resilient and responsive Chinese air posture along the LAC. It signals a shift from limited deterrence to sustained operational capability, allowing China to maintain a credible air presence across multiple sectors simultaneously. The hardened shelters at Lhunze also enhance aircraft survivability in the event of conflict. In previous scenarios, Indian planners relied on the assumption that preemptive strikes could neutralize Chinese air assets before they were airborne. With reinforced shelters now in place, that assumption no longer holds. These structures are built to withstand direct hits, making it harder for India to degrade Chinese air power in the opening stages of a conflict. This forces a rethink in Indian strategy, particularly in terms of targeting, timing, and escalation control. Beyond combat aircraft, the Lhunze base is likely to host surveillance platforms, including drones equipped for border monitoring and intelligence gathering. These unmanned systems can track troop movements, logistics convoys, and patrol patterns on the Indian side with minimal risk. Their presence adds a layer of persistent surveillance that complicates Indian operations, especially in areas where terrain and weather already pose challenges. The use of drones also allows China to maintain situational awareness without committing manned assets, reducing exposure while increasing coverage. By placing hardened shelters and advanced platforms within close range of Indian territory, Beijing is not just upgrading infrastructure, it is recalibrating the balance of power. For India, this means adapting to a new reality, where air superiority can no longer be assumed, and where surveillance and survivability are becoming central to border management. The challenge now lies in responding with equal urgency through infrastructure hardening, platform upgrades, and a more integrated air defense strategy that accounts for the evolving threat landscape.